Yeah, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. Wednesday night edition. What's going on? What's going on? We got a pretty good show lined up for you guys tonight. Can't wait to share it with you. We're gonna take a few minutes here and see we get some people in, and then we'll go ahead and get it started. In the meantime, what's good, Transformer? How you doing, bro?
What's happening, Bruce? What's happening? Have you calmed down from Notre Dame win yet?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Just had to check.
Oh, no, we got another big game Thursday night, man. So looking forward to that one. National semifinal, man, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But
yes, sir.
Yeah. No, I don't know if you had a chance to check it out yet, man. I had a lot of fun with a show I did last week or maybe over the weekend. Excuse me. Kind of about the SEC fans and whatnot. I took some I listened to the Paul Feinbaum show and I cut some of his SEC call-ins and I had some fun with that. So it was cool, man. Check that out if you get a chance.
I'm pretty sure you did have fun with it.
Oh, I did.
I'm pretty positive. You was just like
that's exactly
the whole show.
Looking like a bobblehead. Oh man. But yeah, man, doing all right. But yeah, definitely got some good topics lined up today. We're gonna do our playoff pick'em because, as you know, Wednesdays normally the pick'em night for us. So we're gonna do those for the playoffs. We'll follow that up, as I mentioned, with some talk about the college football playoff semifinals, which are scheduled for tomorrow night and then Friday night. So tomorrow night is the Orange Bowl, and then Friday night is the Cotton Bowl. What I expect to be two pretty good games. Josh Allen and MVP. As you know, we've been doing a lot of MVP talk on this show, and I heard something that was really interesting in terms of a really good MVP argument. So I definitely wanted to get on the show and share that with you guys and talk about it a little bit. And then, of course, we got this Shaq Dwight Howard beef that continues on, man. This is insane.
These two giants still going at it.
Huh?
Going over a decade, man.
Crazy, right? So yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. But in the meantime, man, if you are watching live or if you're watching the replay of this, man, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit it. Make sure you hit the share button. The share button is powerful. Bring more people to the platform, to the channel. Share what we're doing with the world. And let's get it out there, man, because the channel is rapidly growing and we appreciate everybody who's involved in that. We appreciate our members. It's Not That Serious, as well as Laker Nation. Those are our very first two members. So really appreciate y'all. And anybody else who wants to join the channel, don't hesitate to click that join button. But yeah, I guess that's about it. And like I said, we'll give just a couple more minutes and then we'll go ahead and get started. Let's oh man, I didn't even. All right. So we'll get into the main topics now. I didn't even get my schedule up for the playoff pick'em. But man, this is where it gets this is where it gets real, man, because these games, man, we're gonna have some good ones. And obviously because you're gonna have the better teams in the playoffs facing off, right? Okay. Here we go. Well, let's see who. Nino, what's good, bro? Thank you, brother. Absolutely. Quick hit. We appreciate that, man. Second round games, Ravens, Chiefs.
Well, we got to get into our games first.
Easy, Bruce. Easy. That doesn't mean he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an all-time great still. All right, but let's do this. Let's go ahead and get to the playoff pick'em, shall we?
All right. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for the NFL season, guys.
Yeah.
Moment of silence. This is going to be one tough time for us as fans of the sport, fans of the football teams, your fans of your Steelers, your Ravens, your Packers, your Commanders, everybody who's, fought their way to the top and got their tickets to the dance.
Yeah.
We got a couple of more weeks left in us. Maybe one, maybe two, maybe three. Yeah. We got a couple of weeks left in us. Other than that, we're going to be watching
from 40 days.
Huh?
About 40 days or so.
Well, I'm just saying for your prospective teams.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could get eliminated this week. Yeah. But the season, you're right. You're absolutely right. All right, but we're going to go ahead and get knocked out with the first week of the playoffs. We're in the wild card weekend. Saturday, we're going to have two games that are going to belong to the AFC. We're going to start off with Los Angeles traveling to Houston at 4:30 to battle CJ Stroud. I almost said the Clippers. Chargers are favored by 3 points on the road in Houston. Bruce, for the first game in the playoffs, who are you picking?
Chargers.
Easy
Chargers.
day.
I was a fan of Houston coming into this season. Looks like they've clearly taken a step back. Not quite the same team. CJ Stroud, as good as he is, and as much as he showed as a rookie, has clearly regressed a bit this season. Doesn't mean he won't still be great, but defensive coordinators get paid too. They watch the tape, and I think that that defense, man. I think this is the first time ever in franchise history that the Chargers have had the number one defense, and that's testament to the toughness and the mentality that John Harbaugh has brought, and of course he brought his guy Jesse Minter with him. Former Ravens defensive assistant. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. This is an outstanding defense. I think they are going to get after what's my man name?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. They're going to get after him. He's had a rough season with protection, and I don't think they get it done. I think the Chargers move on with a win.
I agree. My perspective, man, I think the Chargers are going to win simply because of Ezekiel Elliott. You know what I mean?
I forgot all about that.
Because of that. No, I'm messing with you. I just wanted to throw that in there. But they did add Zeke.
Game. They're going to get the touches.
They added Zeke. What they call him? Zeke the Freak? Zeke Freaky? Something like that. Something like that.
Freak anymore. There was a time he was. That's long gone.
What it used to. They used to call him something
get
great.
50 or 60 rushing yards, so that'll help.
But no, and Jim. This is Jim. Jim. There you go. Boy, I always get them mixed up.
You do. You really do.
I really get them mixed up. Jim Harbaugh and the way he schemes up his teams are very, very run heavy. So I think Zeke is going to be a decent add, along with J.K. Dobbins, that's going to be back there. But looking at the Houston side of the football, it's just been all down the hill since like the middle of the season. They started off the season, they lost Nico Collins for a little bit. They got him back. They're like, yay, okay, we get our weapons back. Right. Then they lose Tank Dell to a tragic injury to his entire knee, essentially, which he's going to need about a year and a half to recover from. But it just hasn't looked the same. CJ Stroud, obviously, it's been a step slower this year in reading coverages and trying to get the ball to his guys. Defensively, they're not really holding as much as they need to give CJ more possessions, more time with the ball. So at that point, it kind of just screams Chargers to me. This game does. It screams Chargers. It screams that Houston literally got into the playoffs just because of their division, right? It's just one of those moments to where you're not in there because you're a great team. You're in there because, you won your division. You did your job, right? But I do think they go home in the first round. 5 is going to beat 4, which is going to, move on over to the next round. So, yeah, I got the Chargers in this one. I honestly, I think it could get ugly. Double-digit win, maybe.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
I think it could be a double-digit win for the Chargers, man. Who willing to bet that in the chat? Put your money up. No, I'm just messing with you.
I don't see a double-digit win, but I definitely see a win.
But yeah, that's what we got. We both got the Chargers in the first game. Uh-oh. G's not on yet? Okay, thank God. All right. Pittsburgh travels to Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Russell, the Simp Wilson, against Lamar the Jet Jackson.
Steve is an idiot. Russell Simpson.
Russell Simpson. All right. Is going to be traveling to battle Lamar Jackson. Baltimore favored by 9.5, not 10 anymore, Eddie. It's down to 9.5 on the road at Baltimore. A divisional playoff game in the wild card round.
Yes,
Bruce, you got 3 minutes. Give me who you got.
I don't need that, man. I don't need that. I got the Ravens, not easily, because that's always a chin strap game. It's going to be physical. It's going to be tough. Tomlin is going to have those guys as ready as he can have them. Can't count on George Pickens, and Russell Wilson has turned back into a pumpkin. Not that same guy he was when he first came off the bench. As long as Todd Monken
there you go.
remembers the recipe for victory, this shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah.
I'm saying Derrick Henry has to get 25 carries. He has to. 25. That's what I need. 25 or more. and I think that's going to be just fine. Lamar Jackson never plays great against this team, and unfortunately, he never plays great in the playoffs. So there's that. But Baltimore will win this game, and the Steelers will go home, and we Raven flock will take great joy in sending them home.
Nice. All right. I'm not mad at that answer. I got
go.
Pittsburgh.
What?
I got Pittsburgh to lose by 3.
You have me.
I wanted to give my boys hope in the chat, man. I wanted to give them hope. I think that spread is crazy work. I might bet I'm gonna bet against it. That spread is crazy work.
I agree.
9.5 points is a lot for not only a divisional rival but a playoff game.
Yeah.
I think they can lose by 3. I think it's gonna come down to whoever got the ball last. And I think Lamar in that Ravens defense has definitely stepped up. They moved a couple of pieces in the secondary to give them a little bit more of a booster in the secondary. And Russell Wilson just hasn't been on his game at all. And I think the Baltimore Ravens could capitalize on that. But I do think, it's going to be a lot of punch in the mouth. You may see about 3-4 fights this game. Just based on just the rivalry of this football game, right? But yeah, I definitely think it's going to come down who got the ball last, and I think that's going to be Lamar Jackson able to drive the length of the field and get a field goal to win this game. So I got Pittsburgh losing by 3 points, man. I didn't mean to do y'all dirty like that.
Yeah,
yes, come on, B, let's go, Transformer. Just terrible towels. No, it's going to be terrible. It's not going to be good, man. This will be their 5th game losing in a row, 5th loss in a row.
That's like the only thing that gives you a little pause is like a Tomlin team losing 5 in a row. But you know what's funny? Remember when we did our preseason picks and mapped out the schedule, how we said how bad it was for Pittsburgh down the stretch? We were right on with that one, huh?
Yeah, we were right on the money. Yeah, right on the money. They lost the last 4, and it's just been brutal. And they're all great teams. The only team that wasn't a playoff team was the Bengals, and they were the one fighting to get in. So they lost against a lot of all playoff teams to finish out the season, and now they're rolling to the playoffs with no momentum. Just everybody down, looking at Russell Wilson. George Pickens can't catch a cold, in the rain, snow, nothing like that. George Pickens was awful last game, right? He wasn't much to say in the first game against Baltimore. There's not much to say in the second game against Baltimore. So, I mean, George Pickens has told me nothing that he'll be a huge factor in this football game. But I think my faith is in Mike Tomlin to try to keep this thing close. But I just think it's ultimately going to be in a failure as Baltimore gets the ball last, drives the length of the field, and win it by a field goal. 9.5 points, I'm not taking that bet. That's crazy work.
Nino says, I'm sorry, go ahead, man.
No, that was it. I was done.
Okay. No, Nino says Mike T's job is on the line. I disagree. I disagree. Now, I have heard that the people in that area in Pittsburgh, they are not nearly as much fans of his as the rest of America in terms of acknowledging how great he is. Because I think they haven't, like 2017 was the last time they won a playoff game, despite the fact that they don't have losing seasons. So at some point, something's got to change. But at the same time, like, he doesn't really have weapons. He doesn't really have quarterbacks since then. Like, what is it? He's making chicken salad out of chicken-ish, right? So, I mean, listen,
chicken salad out of chicken-ish. That's crazy.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, I'm never going to feel sorry for the damn Steelers. We're going to treat the Steelers like Magneto this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to feel sorry for him, despite the respect I have for that organization and for Coach Tomlin. But, that's what it is.
Which O-line is suspect, Willie Brown? Pittsburgh can't generate enough pressure to get the run game going. I feel like if they put, what's his name? Jaylen Warren? Is it Jaylen Warren?
The running back,
yeah. They get him some more touches. I think you get him some more touches in this game, you got a better game. I'm not really sold on almost called him Nico Harris. What's his name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The kid from Alabama. Yeah.
But Harris, there you go, Harris. I just don't think he's the fit for how they need to get it popping. I think Warren is he runs like a bullet train, right? And I think he definitely can chunk away at some yards. I think Mike Tomlin may use him more.
Ravens got the number 1 rushing defense. That's not going to happen. They not.
It'll be better for the Steelers to use Warren. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're going to gut him.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
It's
yeah,
going to be mess.
Ravens going to strap up, man.
Exactly. But yeah, I think they win by 3. All right, we're going to move on. Oh, we got anything else on this?
Real quick, Bruce says, is Harbaugh on the hot seat? No.
Which one,
No,
John or Jim?
No, it has to be. Well, Jim
Because
just got
Jim
there.
just
So it
got
has
there.
to be
Yeah,
John.
yeah.
And no, John's not on the hot seat. No. He's not.
If he loses this game,
it won't be good, but he's not on the hot seat. He'll at least get another year. He won't get fired.
Nah. That would be tough.
Mm-hmm. Listen, when you're a champion, that buys you a lot of leeway. A lot of leeway.
It's a lot of champions that got up out of there, brother.
Yeah, but it makes your rope a lot longer. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. You rope the fall a little bit longer. Like, we'll let him hang a little bit longer. Right. Like, whoa, what? Right. All right. We're going to move on over to Sunday, guys. Denver's going to be traveling to Buffalo. Buffalo favored by 8.5 points. Bruce, why do you pick Denver?
I don't.
I know you don't, man. I'm messing with you. Just got to get a little parity.
Definitely. I listen. Denver is a much better team than anticipated coming into the season, right?
Yep.
We see pretty much the same roster as last year, not elite skill weapons, but we see I am surprised at what Bo Nix has been able to do. I was not a believer at all. I'm not a Sean Payton guy, but they have really impressed and improved. That defense is really good, but I don't think they can't deal with Josh Allen, man. I think he's going to be Josh Allen, and they're going to beat him.
Ooh, Denver would knock off Buffalo. Buffalo defense is soft.
So you want to know what's funny here? We're hearing that, but and I've been, reading stuff online and Twitter and all that stuff, right? It seems to me, I could be paranoid here, the Lamar Jackson fans all want to see Josh Allen lose. Have you noticed that? Just a thought. Just a thought.
You're not wrong. And if we take you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Right. It's a lot. Now that I think about it, it's a lot. It's all coming from Lamar Jackson, fans.
It is.
That want to see Josh Allen lose.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point right there. But I think they beat the crap out of Denver. Rookie lights is bright. They're a championship pedigree franchise, but there's nothing championship pedigree that's on that team that's been in these moments in the last 5 years since they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I definitely think Josh Allen goes in there and take care of business, man. He shows why he's going to win the MVP, and this is that game where you like, okay, here's a rookie. I'm about to beat the brakes off this defense because I need to show why I'm the MVP this year. You are a Lamar fan or not? It's the Baltimore Ravens, not just.
Don't even try that, Bruce. Y'all don't talk like it's the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all talk about like it's Lamar. It's the Lamar Ravens.
It's Lamar and the Temptations.
Oh man, Lamar I am a Baltimore Ravens fan, and that includes Lamar, Bruce. Yes, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. But I just try to be objective about it.
I know he's gonna turn this into a Ravens show.
Yeah,
all right, we're gonna move on over. We have.
No, you shouldn't cheer for the opposition. All right, but next, here we go. You know what? Real talk. These are some really good freaking games, but this is a real good one.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Travels.
Yes.
To the city of brotherly love?
That's it.
City of brotherly love.
Yeah.
Philadelphia at 4:30 p.m. Sunday. Right in the midst of the afternoon, Philadelphia disrespectfully favored by 4.5. That's a good spread, especially with Jordan Love's injury as a question mark of probability.
Christian Watson too, right?
Yeah, Christian Watson is out for the season with a torn ACL, which is that hurts us deep. But Green Bay travels to Philly. J-Lo versus Jalen Hurts. Who you got, brother?
Yo, this is so hard, man. This is so hard. And I hate to say it, but I got to go with Philly here.
I know you did.
This is going to be a really good game.
Disrespectful.
I think Philly is ramped up. I think they're geeked up. I think Saquon is pissed coming off of getting robbed for an opportunity to get the record. I think Well, you know what though? What's the status of Jalen Hurts? Is anybody talking about this?
He's apparently I'm reading that he's good. They're just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
caution. Today I
Yeah.
haven't read it today. Today was actually first padded practice.
Hmm.
But he was still in the protocol. He was yet to clear it, but today is their first practice. He's been doing walkthroughs, so he should be. I mean, he's going to play. I don't think they're going to risk that. He's been out for what, 2 weeks now. Yeah, he's going to play. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's going
yeah,
to
yeah.
play.
Uh-huh. But it's funny because when they're asking Sirianni about his status, he's acting like he can't tell anything. So
Yeah,
that makes me concerned about whether or not that's going to be that makes me concerned about whether or not that's going to be an issue going forward.
yeah. I think they're just milking it. Me personally, that's what I think. I
I
think they're
think so
milking it a
too.
little bit. But yeah, you got Philly. I mean, who am I to say that I'll pick anybody other than Green Bay, right?
Right.
The ways we can win this football game, you got to take the ball out of Jordan Love's hands. I'm sorry. We
Mm-hmm.
pay him $55 million. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Play through Josh Jacobs.
Jacobs, yeah, and make
You're
your life
going
easier.
to
You didn't bring him there for no reason.
You're going to have to play through Josh Jacobs the
20 carries.
entirety of the football game. 25.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking 25, almost eclipsing 30 to get that team on their heels, make the play action work. Stop with these back-to-back-to-back deep throws. Christian Watson ain't there. We have, I think we're leading the league in drops. I want to look at that. I know we have a lot of drops this year, but we're one of the league leaders in NFL drops. Stop throwing it Stop doing it down there. All right. Use your play action. Use your checkdowns. Use Tucker Kraft, one of the up and coming greatest tight ends in the game. Use your weapons. Don't rely on J-Lo on first and second down trying to throw the football, and Josh Jacobs is right there. Run the football. That's what Philly's going to do. Philly's going to run the football. We got to match them. All right. If we can match them, keep this close, bring it down to the wire, we can make it happen. We can upset the Philadelphia Eagles. We've been in this situation last year. Granted, it's the Dallas Cowgirls, boys, excuse me. But we caught them slipping. We caught them with their hands in their pocket, and we snuffed them. Right? We can do the same thing to Philly if we stick to the game plan. Run the football.
Think you can do that to Philly. Even if you beat them, you can't do that to Philly.
Yeah. I mean, not blow them out like that. I mean, that was an ugly game. It was ugly. Boy, if we beat Philly like that, I got a couple of friends in the chat. They're probably even in the chat right now that won't talk to me for like a year. They won't talk to me.
Oh my goodness! Right.
But that's our keys to victory, man. So I got Green Bay and ride with the home team. Green Bay, go Pack, go. We outside, baby. Let's go.
All right. So you got Green Bay. I got Philly on this one.
Absolutely. Right. I think that's the only thing we got different so far. All right. This one, I already know what your answer is.
You already know what my answer is. You already know.
The future rookie of the year, Jaden Daniels, is going to be traveling to Tampa Bay, Florida to play Baker, touchdown maker.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is going to be favored by 3 points at home.
That's reasonable.
Bruce, why are you picking Baker Mayfield?
No, I think Baker's on a heater right now. I think probably the only quarterbacks in the league that are hotter than him right now are, of course, Lamar Jackson. And, Joe Burrow's not hotter than anything now. But, finishing out the season with Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow, man, the way Baker is playing, he's out of his freaking mind. And on top of that, you see Mike Evans just got his 10th straight 1,000-yard season to start a career. He's Hall of Fame bound. He's going to be in Canton.
The only other person to do that was the one that sits at the top. And that's Jerry Rice.
There you go.
So he's in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Elite company, to say the least. On top of that, so you have that. You have the rookie Bucky Irvin, who's doing his thing on the ground. You have the rookie third receiver, Jalen McMillan, who's actually number 2 receiver now that with Chris Godwin out. But Jalen McMillan, he and Baker have developed a rapport. As long as Baker don't turn the ball over, which he's been doing a decent job of as of late, I think Tampa Bay is going to win this game. And I'm looking at this thing, right? Here's a bigger thing. Even less on Baker, as well as Jaden Daniels has played. We know Todd Bowles is an outstanding defensive coordinator. I think he's going to have something cooked up to confuse the young kid in the playoffs.
Mm,
That's what I think.
I think
Now,
so
that
too.
doesn't mean he's not good. That doesn't mean he's not really good. I just feel like he's going to see some things he hasn't seen before, and he may not know what to do with it, and it may result in some turnovers. And you know what happens when you turn the ball over. So yeah, I think with Tampa Bay's ability to run the football, with their defensive coaching and they play good defense, and then their ability to throw it through the air, I can't. I would be very surprised if they lost this game to Washington.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree with everything you said. From the defensive side, Todd Bowles, I think, is the key factor in this football game.
Yeah, man.
Todd Bowles is going to be the key factor in drawing up the defense to throw Jaden off for a quarter. And I think when you do that, that's when Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans and them boys can capitalize, get a lead to make this a chase down game by a rookie in the first round of the playoffs. And then Todd Bowles can tell his defense one thing: peel your ears back, don't let him get nothing. Nothing cheap, nothing deep. Keep that spy on the court on Jaden Daniels at all times, and we're going to win this football game. Like I said, everything's been clicking for Tampa Bay. Baker is looking like well deserved of that contract.
Yeah, man. Really playing good football.
Just literally just tossing bombs, man. He's literally tossing bombs, man. But nighttime game in Florida at home, Baker's that type. When the lights are like that, he shows up. He shows up in those type of games. Now, granted, Jaden Daniels does show up in his own right in games, and he has all season. But at home, Baker Mayfield, Todd Bowles, Tampa, Florida. Oh man, it's gonna be live. I may. How many days I got? What's that? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got 4. I may ride down there, man.
Yeah,
I may ride down there.
If you do that, you might need to hit me up, man. You might need to hit me up. That might be kind of cool.
Might take a little trip down there, man. And be like, I just check out Baker touchdown maker in person.
You need to hit me if you decide to do that, man. Real
yes,
talk.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, cool. Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm just looking at Tampa Bay's leaders statistically. Baker 4,500 passing yards, career high. Bucky Irving as a rookie 1,122 rushing yards, real good rookie year. Mike Evans, another 1,000 yard season, 1,004 receiving yards, and that's missing time with injury. Levante David 122 tackles. Like these guys got playmakers all over the place.
Correct.
I think that and don't get me wrong, this is not to denigrate Washington in any way, man. I think they've had a really good season. Yeah.
I think they look at this season. I mean, win or lose, they're like, man, we had a great season, right? Rookie quarterback. Yeah, absolutely. They got a bright future, man. Washington is going to be a problem for 10 years.
It appears that way.
Yeah, they're going to be a problem, man. But I do think this is where Baker shines, man. He did it last year against Philly, when they knocked off Philly in the first round. And now that they get to take out another NFC. What the NFC South? No, the NFC.
Yes, NFC South.
Yeah, NFC South. Another NFC South opponent in Washington, right? So no, that's NFC East. That's the East. South is.
Oh, you're talking about Washington. I thought you were talking about
Washington. Take out another NFC East opponent, in back-to-back years, man. So I think Baker is the one to get it done, man. I really do.
Yep.
All right. Last game, Monday night, the flex game that is now Minnesota going to be traveling to Los Angeles in the SoFi Stadium. Minnesota is favored by 1 point. Who do you got, brother?
You know what? I am not going chalk here. I am going with the Rams to pull the upset.
Okay, you do? Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
No, I think obviously you got Matt Stafford, who's a champion, a veteran, guy who's probably going to go into the Hall of Fame. Based on the last thing we saw from Sam Darnold. I don't know.
Detroit showed a big flaw.
They showed a blueprint. Yeah.
They showed a blueprint on how to slow down Sam Darnold. Yeah, they did. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say the Rams have a better defense than people think. They can run the football. Kyron the Siren, go Irish. So hopefully we'll be celebrating a berth in the national championship game, and then Kyron will do his thing. We'll get to that later with the college football playoff semifinals topic. But no, in all seriousness, I like the Rams. They are well coached. It's going to be interesting though, because obviously both of them run the same scheme. they're going to have pretty much the same verbiage, so they're going to know the plays each other is calling,
Yeah.
except for, if each coach has put in some wrinkles. But
McDonald is a McVay guy, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he come from the McVay tree.
That's part of the reason that Darnold is having so much success, because they all kind of run that similar scheme. I mean, Darnold, I think he was with the Niners last year, right? I believe so. But all those guys were on the same staff in Washington, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams here to pull this upset, man. I don't believe.
No, I fully agree. The game that we just saw Detroit have, and that's just with one of their weapons coming back and a running back. They even lost another cornerback mid-game, but they showed you throw some buzz at Darnold, get him off of that spot. Trust that your guys on the back end can play man and hold it down for I'm gonna say Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, in that secondary, and we can rattle Darnold.
Yes,
Darnold has a lot of pressure on him right now. Darnold's not only playing to win, he's also playing to get paid, right? And when you're doing that, that's a lot to think about while you're setting back and you only got 2.5 seconds to really get that ball out of your hands.
Right.
Jared Verse, I think he's going to be the defensive rookie of the year, maybe.
Probably.
So, go Florida State, but you got Braden Fist out there on that defensive line. They got some bros that can literally generate pressure on that for that Vikings offensive line. So I think they can definitely rattle them. They're at home, they're in SoFi, and you have a championship pedigree quarterback with his weapons with him, right? Cooper Kupp hasn't been much this year, but boy,
Puka
Nacua is a problem. He can match.
He
can match Justin Jefferson blow for blow if it came down to it. Play for play. Is your running back better, Kyron Siren? I would say yes. Aaron Jones has been a little banged up in the last couple of weeks. Last week
Cam Akers did a little some.
Cam Akers played a little bit, but I would trust that Kyron Siren definitely gets a good amount of touches to keep that defense on their back heels.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, everything to me just points at the Rams winning this one at home. They're seeing that they're also being betted against already, so it's a little bit more fire for them boys to just come in. Sean McVay gonna try to little brother McDonald, not McDonald. O'Connell, yeah, O'Connell. So this could be it's another one of them games. Like, hey man, you know where you learned this from, right? Let me show you something. Let me show you the playbook that I didn't show you. Right. So yeah, I got the Rams. I got the Rams as well in this one, man.
I didn't expect that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh no, I definitely I was waiting to see what you was gonna say, but I'm like, I got the Rams. If he say Minnesota, he probably gonna be shocked if I say the Rams.
Yeah.
But I had the Rams.
I think the only one we disagreed on was Green Bay, Philly.
I mean, for obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. Maybe if I wasn't a Green Bay fan, I would have picked Philly. But y'all can't help that I was born this way.
It is hard.
Right. All right, man. That is all of the picks. If you guys in the chat, listen up. Put in your picks, man. Let me know what you guys think about what we pick. Do you got the Rams upsetting Minnesota? On the at home, excuse me. Do you got Green Bay upsetting Philly? Do you have Pittsburgh upsetting Baltimore? Whoa, it's some good games out there this week, man. So let us know what you guys think. The number is now in the chat and it's also on the screen and it's also scrolling right now.
And if you are here, we know you're a regular and you don't have this number saved in your phone. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you.
You're the one that like to work harder, not smarter.
All right, y'all. Give us a call. We'll wait a couple minutes here. Give us a call if anybody wants to sound off on any of our picks or give us some feedback on their picks. If not, you could leave it in the chat.
I do got a question while we wait.
What you got, man?
Which quarterback is going to throw the most yards this weekend?
Ooh. I am going to go with Baker.
I had Baker. Okay, good.
Yeah, man.
Okay, you gotta. Okay, this is a good one. Which running back going to have the most rushing yards?
Let's see. It will be. It will be. That's tough. It will be.
Trying to let the chat know who I got real quick. So they won't
It'll
think
be
I'm copying you.
Saquon.
You think Saquon?
Yeah, I think it's Saquon.
I got Derrick Henry. I think Todd Bowles is going to impress me this weekend.
Todd Monken.
Todd Bowles. Jesus Christ. Todd Monken. Todd Monken is going to impress me by giving that man about 20 to 25 carries.
Well, I hope he does.
He's going to impress me. And I think he's going to run gashes that fourth quarter. Pittsburgh is going to look ugly. They're going to look tired. TJ Watt's been trying to get at Lamar Jackson all day. And he's going to end up, I would say, 117.
Okay.
I want to say 125.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 117. I don't want to go over. I'm gonna say 117. It may end up like 120-ish, but I think 117.
Yeah, I think well, you know where I am on that. They need to run him into the ground if they need to. Nah, seriously though, he needs a lot of carries. All right. Monkey's gonna disappoint me. He may. He's good for that.
He's done it before.
Shout out to Laker Nation in the chat, our very first member of the channel. Laker Nation, what's good, my brother? But you know what? For Laker Nation, I'm gonna let you rock like that.
I mean, I do it every time he comes in the chat, bro. What you new to this? Don't be.
I have not noticed it before. I don't know why I'm noticing this for the first time.
Yeah, I either throw the Lakers hat on or I throw the LA up, man.